All right, so step number one is we need to make along the long side of the paper a gentle curving line, like that. Now I'm also going to put maybe one over here, like that. Now next to this one, I want another curving line, but it doesn't have to curve in the same way. In fact, if it curves in a different way, it would probably be even better. Then I'm going to do another one over here. That kind of goes with that, but then this is going to come out, and then it's going to go in here. And so gentle curving line. So I got 1, 2, 3 areas here. Let's make another one right here, like that. And I think I'm going to have one more kind of like this, and then like that. And so that way it kind of goes off the page. I have one over here, right? And I have some things like that. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 main lines in the middle, and then some little other stuff kind of on the outside. So that should work for us pretty good. The next step is we want to, about in the middle, also make just not completely straight, maybe a small curve like that. Just a gentle curve this way. Now from here, I'm just going to pick the one in the center, and I'm going to make the lines. I'm going to make a series of lines, and they just have to be curved on the top, like that. So they're curved up this way. Now this one, you can make them more curved, like that. You can come on and have them less curved or equally curved. It can be a little wider on one side, a little narrower on the other side. But they all have to have a curved top to them. Make a big curve on that one. And then I'm just going to make a same curve with that one. And all of them have to have the top curve, like that. Now for the bottom one here, I can do this one of two ways. This one, all the ones have to be bottom curved, like this. Not the same curve necessarily, but they all have to have a bottom curve to it. I'm going to make this one kind of go out like this. See, it has a curve, but they're shorter on this side and they're a little wider on this other side. So that's kind of cool. Now we're going to even them up a little bit more and make a bigger curve. So you see, these ones are not quite, some of them are a little bit flatter, and some of them have more of a dramatic curve to it, like that. Okay, so there's one of the lines that we need to do. The next step is to do that same thing for each one of these other lines. Now they don't have to match up right here. Okay? They don't have to match up with the other lines on that one. So I don't have to start here on this one and end over here somewhere. I can start right here, like this, because these lines are independent of each other. Okay, and so I'm just going to go here. And then I'm going to take it curving back the other way. Make this go wide and then come back down narrow. And then make up, and then this one come back down like that. Okay. Now I got to go here and make these ones curve towards the bottom. And I need to do this with every single line, fat line. Now these are undulating, bulging lines, and so they bulge out and get thicker in different spots. There we go. And remember, I gotta fill them all in. So now I'm going over here, All right, here we go. And now this one over here, this guy has to have a bottom curve to it. And so it's just a matter of filling in all of our spots. There we go. I better get myself a drink here. Hold on. Let's go here now. And it does take a minute to get all of them filled in. And then bottom curve. Now this is kind of a process work of art. If you do this process, you should have something that turns out pretty good. That's what I mean by a process work of art. Do the process, get the results.
I completely butchered it, but I don't mind that much.
That's okay. I got to get this little guy here over on the side too. If you do the process, you should get the work. It doesn't have to be exacting, but you do have to do the process. This one has to have curved lines coming up here, right? Like that. Now I got one other big one here. Now this assignment, it might take a minute or two. It might be a 1 to 2 dayer, depending on how we do here. This is our initial setup. Looks like we're going about 8 minutes into this drawing so far for me. Like that, and then over here I needed some little curvies that kind of go off the page. Okay, so there's my completed, just with the pencil lines drawing on that one. So how do you do the pencil line setup? And so I'm going to pause for a minute before I go on to the next step.